Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Matt Greer. I'm the music director here at St. John's United Methodist Church in Albuquerque. Welcome to a very special Wednesday live stream concert. We are so happy you are here with us today. There's all kinds of stuff going on at St. John's in the season of Advent and Christmas, especially in the music ministry. If you are looking for some wonderful Christmas Eve services to attend, we will have 3 streaming right here on our YouTube channel on December 24th. At 4 o'clock, there'll be a very special service for families and children. At 5:30, the Abide service with our contemporary band led by Gil Flores. And at 7:30, we will have a very special traditional lessons and carols, which we've been working very hard preparing. Pre-recorded a bunch of fantastic music with string quartet, organ, and singers, and we hope that you will tune in for that. Next Wednesday at noon, the last Wednesday live stream concert of 2020 will feature Soul Calypso. The entire Hovey and Alexis Corbin family will be here, bringing us wonderful percussion and wonderful Christmas music, so tune back in for that, please. As always, one of the reasons that we do these Wednesday live stream concerts is to lift up the work of a very important organization in Albuquerque with whom the music ministry has partnered for over 10 years. That's Albuquerque Healthcare for the Homeless. And as you're enjoying the music today, we hope that you will be moved to make a donation to them. The work that they do, especially during this season and especially during this time of pandemic, is so important. In the chat box, you'll see a link that you could easily click on that will take you directly to their donate page. We hope that you will give generously. And also, as long as you have access to the chat, we would love to have your interactions during this concert. Tell us where you're tuning in from, especially if it's outside of New Mexico. We would love to hear how you are enjoying the concert. We have so been looking forward to today because, of course, Ken Medema has been a friend of St. John's for a couple of decades at least, and we have him to Albuquerque as often as we possibly can. In fact, the opening of our Sunday concert series this past September was supposed to be a joint concert between Ken and our wonderful organist and jazz pianist, Jim Arend. That will happen sometime in 2021. We are so hopeful. But in the meantime, we are so happy that Ken agreed to do a special concert for us today, live from his home in Alameda, California. We're so looking forward to it. Welcome, Ken.
Jerusalem. crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. During these weeks of Advent, I've been doing a live Facebook concert every week. And my theme this year, suggested by my wife, who is, my resident theologian, teacher, preacher, minister, her suggestion was, let's do stuff on a journey to Bethlehem. And that journey, of course, Nazareth to Bethlehem isn't that far, but that journey means all kinds of disruption and surprises and leaving home, leaving the familiar and going into the unfamiliar, leaving the known and going into the unknown. All of that is a part of that journey. So my Advent season started like this. All the way to Bethlehem, come and see the infant holy. All the way to Bethlehem, princes high and paupers lowly, shepherds and wise men, queens with silver crowns, tinkers and tailors, governors and circus clowns. Ride the camel, ride the tram, all the way to Bethlehem. Come as quickly as you can, come as quickly as you can, all the way to Bethlehem. 'Cause we're bound away on a long, long journey. God only knows where the road will end. Yes, we're bound bound away on a long, long journey. Surprises are waiting just round the bend. We're bound away on a long, long journey. The road will be long and brief will be our rest. Oh, we're bound away on a long, long journey. The answer to this riddle shall be our quest. And the riddle says finding leads to losing. Losing lets you find. Living leads to dying. And life leaves death behind. Losing leads to finding. That's all that I can say. No one will find life in any other way. All the way to Bethlehem. Come, you are no longer strangers. All the way to Bethlehem. See him lying in a manger. Seekers and searchers come from all around. Soldiers and warriors, put your weapons down. Ride the camel, ride the tram, all the way to Bethlehem. Come as quickly as you can, all the way to Bethlehem. Bound away on a long, long journey. Walking through the darkness, darkness of the night. We're bound away on a long, long journey. Bound away, bound away. Bound away, looking for the morning light. The riddle says finding leads to losing. Losing lets you find. Living leads to dying. And life leaves death behind. Losing leads to finding. That's all that I can say. No one will find life any other way. Ride the camel, ride the tram. Come as quickly as you can. Come as quickly as you can, all the way to Bethlehem. My friend Walter Wangren is a wonderful poet, teacher, theologian, and he's written some lovely Christmas poem. One of them is called Sing Softly the Cherries. And this is really a significant part of our journey as well. Refreshment along the road. I am told that while I am working with you doing this concert, I am told that back in the sanctuary at St. John's, the crew is eating sushi. I'm a little jealous. Anyway, let me share with you the words for this poem, and then I'll sing it. Sing softly the cherries, red, red, sweet and good. Sing apples and oranges, the cinnamon food. Dance swiftly the cider, spin more than you should, for laughter and liquor will lighten your load. Declaim the roast turkeys and riddle the sauce. Potatoes are stories of riches and loss. Pipe merrily carrots, drum beats till they bleed. They root in the darkness who started as seed. Oh, candy the greeting you give to your guests. For the wassail is fleeting, and life ends in death. So, candy the handshake, and ginger the kiss. Bake huggings like muffins, a brave Eucharist. Be feast for my Christmas, both oven and food. Beg Christ to assist us in everything good. Sing softly the cherries, red, red, sweet and good. Sing apples and oranges, the cinnamon food. Dance swiftly the cider, spin more than you should. For laughter and liquor will lighten your load. Declaim the roast turkey and riddle the sauce. Potatoes are stories of riches and loss. Pipe merrily carrots, drum beats till they bleed. They root in the darkness who started as seed. Oh, candy the greeting you give to your guests. feast for my Christmas, both oven and food. May Christ to assist us in everything good. Many of my St. John's friends know that one of the things I love to do is compose songs on the spot, based on stories that I hear. And so we're going to do that at this Christmas concert. I've asked for folks to send in a video of a story about a Christmas, maybe that was an unusual Christmas, maybe even a Christmas that you didn't particularly want, but it turned out to be a meaningful Christmas. And we have 3 stories. So I now would like to call for our first story, and then I'll do my best to put that story to song. Story number 1.
Hi, Ken. This is Tim Newsom on the staff at St. John's. Merry Christmas. My hard candy Christmas story was it was a very different Christmas from when I was 6 years old and we were living in China. My parents and my sister and I had moved to China that year for my parents to teach English at the university there. Well, this was 1983, and there was super communist China at that point, and there was no public Christmas celebrating it in any way. And so not unlike this year, we were very much isolated because we were like the only foreigners in our university, and you could not celebrate Christmas in public in any way. So with my sister being 8 and I being 6, my parents had a lot of forethought, and they to keep us from being too downtrodden, they helped us create a cardboard and construction paper Christmas tree that we taped to the wall. So it was green and brown, and a construction paper Christmas tree with a star. We made little ornaments to stick to it, and it reminded us of home. We had tapes from home of Christmas carols that we brought along that we were able to sing to and make it feel like a home Christmas. And in the morning, I got a speak and spell, which was something I really, really wanted, and it was a blessed Christmas, even though we were alone as Christians in China in 1983. Thank you.
It's a paper Christmas tree, just a little memory. There's no Christmas going on here. Just a memory of home. Now it's here, Christmas comes. There's no Christmas in China. Tapes of Christmas songs. All the family sings along. Nothing like being in a strange and foreign land to bring you together. Take my hand, hold me close, 'cause there's no Christmas in China. Came the moment to open the presents. tell. And all is well with my speak and spell and Christmas memories of home so very far away. Paper Christmas tree, but it's enough for me. And I look around the room and I realize how very much I love these people. No distractions, no trips to the shopping mall, no Christmas parties with all my school friends. It's just my family, beloved family, with a paper Christmas tree and carols on tape for you and me. Paper Christmas tree and carols on tape for you and me. Paper Christmas tree and carols on tape for you and me. Yep. Nothing like being in a strange place, and this year feels so much like that. Story number 2. Let's see what story number 2 is going to be like.
So one of the most meaningful and unwanted Christmases that we ever had was when our family decided to converge together in Big Bear, California. Family from all over the place gathered. We drove up the mountain. We had one big cabin. We were going to spend the week together skiing. And I spent most of that time either in bed or bouncing back and forth from doctor's offices and ERs because I had developed this really painful rash that was spreading closer to my eye. After several misdiagnoses, they found out it was the shingles, and I had to get a very specific medicine that an ophthalmologist had to prescribe to save my eye. But we're in a rural mountain town, and they were all gone. There were no ophthalmologists at all that week. So in desperation, we threw a lifeline out to one of our church family members, Rami Lavoie. I remembered from confirmation class a couple years ago. She was an ophthalmologist. I told her our story. She gave us the prescription. And then we had to find some place that would fill it. And all of the places that we called in the middle of Christmas break in this rural mountain town, none of them had it. The best place that we could find was 50 miles away down the mountain, and a blizzard was coming. We probably couldn't get to it. But the very last one that she talked to said, oh, wait, we do have the medicine. It's in the refrigerator. Call back the first place that you called down the street from where you're staying and see if they had it. And they did. In the meantime, we got the dreaded phone call from our alarm company that someone had broken into our house. Our neighbors sprang into action. They were working with the police. They were taking pictures. They were trying to figure what was going on while we were 500 or so miles away, wherever. And when we came back and had to clean up the mess, one of the most important pieces of jewelry that we thought had been taken had actually been dropped on the way out the door. So there was a blessing there. There was a blessing that one of our St. John's members came through for us at a time that we really needed it. There was a blessing that my eye was saved and we didn't have to drive down the mountain in the blizzard. And we all thought everything was going as well as it possibly could until Journey came down with the chicken pox because she had gotten it from my shingles from being contagious a couple of days before. Anyway, in spite of all of the many things that went wrong, our family still was able to get together. And some very important key people along the way were able to stand in, step up, and help. And that made all the difference. We consider ourselves still fortunate and blessed.
gonna do if you lose your eyes at Christmas time? Merry Christmas, right? What you gonna do if you lose your house at Christmas time? Merry Christmas, right? What you gonna do if the blizzard comes and you can't find your way to the pharmacy at Christmas? Merry Christmas, right? What you gonna do if that piece of jewelry that you love so much is gone at Christmas time? Merry Christmas, right? What you gonna do when you're sick in bed? Someone's got the pox now, and you're far from home, and everything's closed at Christmas. Merry Christmas, right? What you gonna do when they find the medicine at Christmas time? What you gonna do when your house gets saved at Christmas time? What you gonna do when we all get better and your eye gets saved at Christmas time? God at Christmas time, and you'll look around at the falling snow, and you'll look around with your eye now fixed, and you'll say thank you and Merry Christmas, right? A few years ago, I had a chance to do a concert with a choir up in New York at Marble Collegiate Church, and we did a piece called Watching the Flock, Watching the Sky. And I don't have my choir here, but you can sing along on the first verse of this song. It's while shepherds watch their flocks by night. And I've been sort of thinking a lot about the idea that God is among us, in us, between us, around us. And so in this song, there's one word that you have to know, and that's the Latin word for city. The Latin word for city is urbs, U-R-B-S. And when you use it with a preposition, it's U-R-B-U-M, urbum. So remember the word urbum, because we'll need it. And you can sing with me the first verse of this song. We'll sing it, I'll sing it twice so that you can get it. You'll know it, but let's do it twice. seated on the ground. The glory of the Lord came down, and glory shone around, and glory shone around. The Outback sings, I watch my sheep. With one eye trained upon the sky. For I don't want to be asleep. If this is the night when the angel choir comes by. Oh, you who live in cities great and walk this crowded ground, let mercy be our angel's song. Let love be all around. Let love be all around. The city sings her winter song. There'll be no angels in the sky. But though the night be cold and long, I look for the signs of hope. I look for the signs of hope. I look for the signs of hope in human eyes. Gloria in urbum Deo. In orbum I wonder what it was like for young Mary, who went to see her cousin, who we don't know what kind of a relation it was exactly, went to see her cousin Elizabeth and stayed for a while, for 3
Ken,
months.
sorry to interrupt you. We have one more story if you're
I know
willing to
that.
hear it.
Yeah, oh, do we not have a whole hour? Okay, I'm glad to do this. Do we have until 1 o'clock, or do we have only until 1:45? Let me know how long we've got, because if we've got until 1, we can do a song and a story. But if we only have until 12:45, then we'll need to hear the story and a song. Tell me what the situation is, would you? Hello? Okay, I'm assuming we'll have till 1 o'clock, in which case I want to do this story and then we'll do the song, and then we'll do the story and song. I wonder what it was like for young Mary. I don't know what they talked about. I have no idea of what went on between them, but surely there were some bonding experiences that drew them together. And this is called I'll Go Tell Elizabeth. Then we'll do the story. So many things are happening to me that I don't understand. Visions and angels, a baby named Jesus, it's not what I planned. Plans I have made are like birds' nests blown down in the wind and the rain. I'm scattered like straw, and I can't quite tell where to find saneness again. Saneness again. I'll go tell Elizabeth. She'll understand. Tell my cousin Elizabeth. She'll hold my hand. She'll understand. Go talk to Joseph. Well, I've talked to Joseph, and Joseph's a man. So many things that a woman can know that a man never can. Do I hear an amen? Joseph is practical, Joseph is worried with things of his own. And talking to Joseph is sometimes no better than being alone. Being alone. So I'll go tell Elizabeth. She'll understand. Tell my cousin Elizabeth. She'll hold my hand. She'll understand. Sometimes I wish I could wake to discover this all was a dream. I ought to be shouting for joy, but I'm coming apart at the seams. Mostly I'm quiet, I keep things inside me, it's how I get by. But there's too much to handle and I need someone near me to share a good cry. To share a good cry. So many things are happening to me that she'll understand. 'Cause now that she's pregnant, her life isn't going exactly as planned. The plans we both made are like birds' nests blown down in the wind and the rain. We're scattered like straw, and we can't quite tell where to find saneness again. Saneness again. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'll understand. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'll hold your hand. I'll understand. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'll understand. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'll hold let's have that third story.
Hi, my name is Ann Edenfield Sweet, and I thought I would share kind of a fun story that I have. I was 21 years old. I had graduated from college, and I had been hired full-time by an airline. It was an international charter company. I was so excited. We were going to Germany for Christmas. Now, I was so sad that I was not going to be with my family, but I was so excited that I was getting to go to Germany. And I was going to have Christmas in Germany. So we had left from New York City, where everything was glitzy and glamorous and all the lights and just everything you can imagine in New York City. And we were flying out straight into Cologne, got to Cologne, and it was dreary and it was rainy and sleety and just not a nice day. We were going to go out shopping on Christmas Eve. All the stores were closed, so we stayed in the hotel all day. Most of the crew didn't even want to go out for Christmas. And I said, my gosh, it's Christmas Eve. I've always sung in a church choir. I knew I could picture my family at home. Everybody's so excited and together. And here I was alone in Germany with sleet and snow, and no one even wanted to go to a Christmas Eve service. I finally talked one or two crew members, I can't remember, into going to found out the huge church in Cologne, Germany, was having an 11 o'clock service. So we went through the rain and the sleet and the cold, got to the church, and it was cold in the church. They had no pews. We had to stand, and everything was in German, and it was very dimly lit. You could hardly see one another in this church, and it was so cold, and we were moving our feet and our hands trying to stay warm, and I was just so sad, and the tears kept slowly dripping down my cheeks as I could picture my family at home in northern Michigan and all the joy and just my church and just all the things that I had grown up with my entire life, every Christmas Eve. And finally at the end, and I thought, oh good, it's finally going to be over. And then they started singing Silent Night. And through this huge, huge church, this big cathedral, Silent Night. And it wasn't just in English, it was in all these different languages. And you could hear the Silent Night echoing throughout this entire church. And now the tears flowed. Because now I knew it was Christmas Eve, and it really didn't matter where I was in the world. We were celebrating the birth of Jesus, and we were all across this world, across this globe, children of God, and celebrating the birth of this precious little baby Jesus that united us all around the world. So that's my Christmas Eve story that was very unusual, very sad until that Christmas Eve Silent Night song was played.
I want a Christmas Eve. I want a choir. Somebody come and go with me. It's such a sad thing. I wish I could be home. I feel so lonely. I want a Christmas Eve. And so after a long, long day, dreary day, blizzard day, it's the great cathedral. and there's the organ, and there is the choir singing. And then it happened, the moment I was waiting for. Throughout the long day of the flight, throughout the long and blizzard day, the moment I was waiting for. And they began singing. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht. All is calm, all is bright. Now I know that Christmas is here. Now I feel the moment of cheer. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. I want to thank my storytellers for these lovely, lovely, lovely stories. And I have one more song to sing for you before I let you go. This song actually was improvised on a Sunday morning in Advent at a little church in San Francisco called Dolores Street Baptist Church. My wife and I were members of that church for many years when we first moved to California. It was an amazing, incredible little fellowship of people, maybe 40 or 50 people when the creek don't rise, but the most amazing group of contemplatives and activists and lovers and friends and followers of Jesus. And one Sunday I improvised this little song as we were talking about Advent stuff. This is called Hush, Mrs. Teenage Mary. And with this, I'll say farewell. Hush, Mrs. Teenage Mary, don't say a word tonight. Hush, Mrs. Teenage Mary, until the morning light. You ain't not seen nothing yet. Go try to get some sleep, 'cause when this baby wake to his task, there'll be reason enough to weep. Oh yeah, reason enough to weep. Now hush, Mr. Worry the Joseph, don't say a word tonight. Hush, Mr. Worry the Joseph, until the morning light. 'Cause you ain't not seen nothing yet. Help Mary dry her tears, 'cause when this baby wakes to his task, there'll be reason enough to fear. Here, reason enough Hush, all you wandering shepherds, don't say a word tonight. Hush, all you wandering shepherds, until the morning light. You ain't not seen nothing yet up in the evening sky, 'cause when this baby wake to his task, you're gonna see him die. Oh my, you're gonna see him die. Hush, all you sheeps and you cattles, don't say a word tonight. Hush, all you sheeps and you cattles, until the morning light. You ain't not seen nothing yet, just the birth of a baby boy. But when this baby wake from the dead, ha ha, then the whole world will shout for joy. Oh boy, the whole world will sing for joy.
Ken, thank you so much. This was such a great time.
You are welcome. I enjoyed it.
I wanna
Lovely stories.
Yeah, weren't they? I was so pleased that we had those for you. I want to remind everyone that you do a weekly concert on your Facebook channel,
Yep,
and there's one tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, right?
that's right. Exactly. And
Okay.
it'll be the last of our Advents, the last of the journey. Then we're also doing a pre-recorded Christmas Eve event. If you're not already zoomed out by all the St. John's events, you can come to our Christmas Eve. It'll be at the same time, 6 o'clock Mountain Time.
Terrific.
So I want to
Well,
thank,
folks, I also want to remind you that if you've not already, please consider donating to Albuquerque Healthcare for the Homeless. There's a clickable link in the chat box, and they could use all the support we can offer during this season of Christmas. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Thank you, Ken. Have a great day.
Thanks.